staying on the ground, blah, blah, blah. So I decided that I feel like this is probably a general question, whether you are a dancer or whether you're a skater, um, or maybe you just need to stretch out. You want to just like practice with some stuff, right? Practice with your body. So for me, as a dancer, I think it's important to make something look good, but make it look easy, as well as make it easy for yourself, if that makes any sense, right? So some people might say like, oh, those are cheat moves. Whatever. Everyone has a way, whether you're dancing or you're skating, to make something look comfortable for yourself, and you can still execute it well. I do not like moves that look complicated, but then it's also complicated for you to do as well. So you're putting your body at risk. You're putting yourself in harm's way. You could cause yourself an injury, right? I am 36. I don't have that kind of time. No. So what I'm going to do is show you a few things that you can put together. You can stay low to the ground if you want to. You do not necessarily have to get up until the end of it. It allows you a breather, and it allows you to kind of do your thing for a little bit, but you're on the ground, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is like a thread, a basic thread. So what that means for me, I'm staying low to the ground, and some part of my body is always in contact with the ground, but I'm using my own body parts to create a shape, right? Shapes are important when you dance or when you skate because it gives a certain appearance to your audience, right? So a basic thread for me, right? A lot of people do this. Remember, you can do this on skates or you can do this on dance. Obviously, I've got boots on today. I could do this barefoot. I could do this with my boots. I could do this with my skate boots. You could even do it in heels, right? So, basic thread. I'm going here. Obviously, shapes are important. So, you want to make it look good, but it's comfortable for you as well. I am using so many muscles right now, it just doesn't look like it. I'm making it look pretty, so I'm pointing my toe, I'm arched, whatever. If you're a guy, you can do this too. Here, bam, here, bam, here, right? I'm a female, so obviously, you know how dance legs do. So we're gonna point and arch, bam, here, bam. So that's like a basic floor thread. I am using my body to create a shape, right? So let's say what's next, right? You want to stay on the ground? Cool. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There are several ways you can go at this. I can take a foot and go behind me. I can grab that foot, straighten this leg. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? So what does that look like? If I just went over, bam, I'm going to do another thread. So what am I doing? We talked about this earlier. Keeping body in contact with the floor. I'm using my own body parts to make a shape. So I'm here, and all I'm doing really is just rolling over. A typical rollover. So we're here. Bam. I'm using my arm to support myself, but I'm making it look pretty, right? So we're here. Bam. This foot here, I'm still holding on to it. That's why it's a thread. I'm here. I'm here. Shazam. Right? So what would that look like together? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? So, you're probably like, well, dance legs, how am I supposed to get out of that foolery and shenanigery? I got you. Remember, we're staying low to the ground. We're still breathing. We're still using our core. We're using everything, right? So, you just landed. You were here. You went here, right? So what we're gonna do, if you've been keeping up with me, we do headstands, we do turns. That's why I said this is good for dance or skating. So what do I mean? I can go from here. I was just here. I'm going to use my arms. Remember, when you're doing a thread or you're doing floor work, you are keeping some part of your body in constant contact with the ground. All I'm doing is taking my hands. Remember, I want to brace myself. Safety is important, and you want to make it look good, but feel good for you too, right? So I'm then going to take this arm over. Yeah, watch my legs. Remember, it's all about threading. Bam, 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 bam. Right? So you're probably trying to figure out, well, dance sticks, if you're doing a handstand, what's with the Z, right? So I figured out that some people's core is just different. It's at a different level, right? I could teach you how to do a handstand with the typical triangle. And for some of you, that might be really easy. Some of you, not so much, right? So typical triangle, like I was teaching last year, is like here. And then your head goes in between there. So basically, this is like your brace. Well, that's good if you've got a great core. If you don't have a good core, yeah, it's probably not going to come out so well. So if I'm in my roller skates, that's a heavier weight. For some of you that skate, I see you. You're trying to create this headstand, right? Well, here's the thing. You have an excess amount of weight on your body. So now your core, if it's not already stable, it's not going to come out right? So I figured out a way to work past this. Now, if you're a dancer, this works for you as well. So what you can do is basically, I'm going to create another shape, but still make it comfortable for me, right? So I'm going to take this arm here. I'm going to make a bracket. So I'm basically making an L. So it'd be this way, right? I make the L here. So now I have some support already. I'm going to take this arm here, place it here so that basically I could push up if I want to, right? My head, the top of my head, is going to go inside of this space here. So inside of my L. So remember, we'd still be on the ground. So we're here. I am going to use this arm as my support arm. Sorry guys, I had my glasses on. I'm going to push up. So you're probably asking, dance legs, what are you doing? Where's your support? Boom. This leg is now resting on this elbow, right? And so this leg is straight. So my head does not go past this hand here. So I've got support now. See? So even if you don't have a good core, you're basically using this to help you raise yourself up. Right? So if this were a move and we put it all together, let's start from the top. So we've got our thread, we've got floor work, we have a stretch, we have a headstand, and then we have an exit, right? There's always an exit. I don't care if you're skating or dancing, there's always an exit, right? Remember, make it look good. Make it look comfortable for yourself. Make sure you're breathing. Your muscles love when you breathe. So if we take it from the top, we've got what? The thread. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, we're going into our split now. So you were just here. You're going 5. I hate putting my butt towards the camera. 6, 7, 8. Make sure that you are stable. If you don't feel like you're stable, do not go into this. So obviously I have boots on, but if I had my skate boots on, it'd be the same way. I'm going up here. I feel supported. I raise up. Exit. Now, you're probably asking, what am I supposed to do from here if I had skates on? Easy. Another thread. We go down. We close. So again, it's about shapes, right? So right now I'm in a straight line. I'm going to do another shape. Boom. We've got an L. Spin it. Straight up. Cross. Doing our thread again. Bam. 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 And up. Right? So, let's talk about everything, right? We did threads pretty much throughout the entire thing. That is how you kept your momentum. In skating or in dance, you want to have inertia. It doesn't look good if you're dancing and you're supposed to be in a flow, or you're skating and you're supposed to be in a flow, and it's almost like your body comes to a complete halt. Now, a stop is different from a halt, right? So obviously, you can do a move, like I can do this, bam, 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 and then I'm like pausing. But there's a difference between if I'm supposed to be going this way, but I do something to stop myself to keep from keeping going, right? So it just doesn't look good. You want to keep your flow going. You want to keep your energy going. If you're performing, you're in an exhibition, or you're just, you're just playing around. If you're exercising, you want to keep your energy up, right? So when you're doing your threads, it's helping you to keep that energy going. It keeps you moving, right? So if we put the whole thing together, you stayed on the ground the entire time. Now, when music is playing, oh no, time goes by like that. You're like, wait, did I just do a 3-minute routine? Like, wait, what just happened, right? So for me, it's important to say, like, you can count it out if you want to. Just make sure that you're breathing, right? Everything is about creating shapes, making it look good, making it easy for yourself to do, as well as if your audience is watching you, it shouldn't look like, they shouldn't want to like necessarily cringe when you're doing your moves. They may want to be like, wow, they could do that. But if it looks ugly, it might be difficult for you to do as well. Obviously, the more you do a thing, the easier it becomes. So practice makes perfect, right? So let's put this whole thing together. So we've got what? Where did we go? We went over our threads, right? We went over our shapes, and we went over basically our brace for the headstand, right? Now, trying to put this in a good way. You do not have to do what I just did. A thread and staying low to the ground is just to help you out. There's multiple ways you can figure this thing out so that you can keep moving, keep your inertia up, keep your energy up, right? All I'm doing is just showing you a way that you could do it. I am not saying, as dance legs, oh, this is what you have to do. Oh, this is what all skaters do. Oh, this is what all dancers do. I'm simply saying there's ways to do a thing, right? So, give it a try. Put some music on. See how you feel. And happy skating to you.